Most people over 55 try to fix common seniors' hydration myths the hard way. They believe they simply need to gulp down gallons of plain water. This approach is often wrong, uncomfortable, and frankly, ineffective for a body that's changed over time. Your body is more complex than a simple water fountain. Today, I'll show you a truly doctor-backed 10-minute routine that actually works better and feels easier on your system. It is designed to optimize fluid movement throughout your body rather than just increasing the volume you swallow. This simple, practical advice comes not just from general health guidance you hear everywhere, but is rooted deeply in physiotherapy research on fluid dynamics and real-world clinical experience treating seniors. We've taken that complex science and simplified it for safe, effective use right here at home. No expensive equipment or gym membership required. This evidence-aware method focuses directly on cellular hydration, which is the key distinction from just quenching general thirst. In the next few minutes, we're going to cover 3 quick mobility moves specifically designed to help your body circulate vital fluids. Then, we'll dive into 2 essential food fixes that will teach your body to lock in hydration better than plain water alone. Finally, there is one critical mistake to avoid that might be sabotaging all your current efforts. Please, make sure to stay until the end for mistake number 3. It is genuinely the one that provides the fastest and most noticeable relief. This mistake is so common, even some health professionals miss it sometimes. Remember that thought. The third one is the fastest relief. We're starting right now with our very first move, designed to prime your body for better fluid absorption. This is a crucial, often missed step that truly prepares your entire system for the hydration we are about to introduce. Think of this as gently opening the internal highway for water transport throughout your body. Hydration isn't just about what you drink. It's also about your body's ability to move that fluid around. As we age, our tissue stiffness increases, making it harder for water to move efficiently into your cells. This age-related stiffness, particularly in connective tissues, slows down the necessary exchange of fluid from blood vessels into your surrounding tissues. These 3 gentle movements work actively to combat that stiffness and improve your overall vascular and lymphatic return. Our first move is the ankle pump and calf release. This is foundational. Your lower legs act as a secondary pump for your entire circulatory system, helping to move fluids, including lymph and water, back up toward your core. When your calves are stiff, your body holds on to fluid lower down, which can sometimes lead to swelling or a feeling of overall heaviness, a very common complaint among seniors. By activating these calf muscles, you provide external compression to those veins and lymphatic vessels, moving the fluid along. To do this, sit safely on the edge of a sturdy chair, with your feet flat on the floor. Ensure the chair is stable and will not roll or slide away from you. Now, extend one leg straight out in front of you. Keep the knee soft, not locked into place. Slowly flex your foot, pulling your toes back toward your shin. Count to 2 as you do this. You should feel a gentle, non-painful stretch in your calf and Achilles tendon. Then, slowly point your toes away from you, counting to 2 again, engaging the front of your shin. Repeat this action slowly for 60 seconds on one leg. Maintain a smooth, controlled tempo throughout. When you do this, keep your back straight and only move your foot. The rest of your leg should remain relatively still. If you feel any sharp pain, stop immediately and reduce the range of motion. Only move within a comfortable and pain-free arc. If extending your leg is difficult or causes hip discomfort, simply perform the toe flex and toe point while your foot is resting flat on the floor. Just lift your toes high, then lift your heel high, rocking the foot back and forth. This seated heel-toe rock achieves a similar pumping action with far less strain. Remember, we're not just drinking water, we're using gentle movement to open the pathways for better fluid transport. This simple ankle pump is your body's internal, low-effort fluid transporter, helping make your heart's job easier. It mechanically pushes stagnant fluid out of the extremities. Now, switch to the other leg and repeat the ankle pump for 60 seconds. That's a total of 2 minutes for this important exercise. Next is the rib cage expansion and gentle twist. Deep, diaphragmatic breathing is an often overlooked hydration tool, surprisingly. The diaphragm is a huge muscle that, when used properly, mechanically massages your internal organs and significantly assists in moving the lymphatic fluid, which, remember, is 96% water. This pumping action is vital, as the lymphatic system doesn't have its own dedicated pump like the heart. This gentle twist adds a squeeze and release effect to the torso, further stimulating lymph flow. To begin, sit upright in your chair, scooted slightly away from the backrest. Let your hands rest lightly on your thighs. Keep your shoulders relaxed and down. Now, inhale deeply, focusing on expanding your rib cage outward, not just your chest upward. Imagine filling your belly with air and feeling your ribs lift and spread, counting slowly to 3. As you exhale slowly, counting to 4, gently turn your torso to the right, looking slightly over your shoulder. It's a small, very gentle twist, not a deep stretch. This is the squeeze part. Then, inhale back to center, counting to 3 again, feeling the full release and expansion of your chest. Exhale slowly, gently turning your torso to the left, counting to 4. Repeat this slow, coordinated breath and twist for 90 seconds. The pace should be slow and meditative. The breath should guide the movement. Please do not force the twist. The movement should be small and comfortable. Only turn as far as your body allows without strain. If you have any history of spinal issues or conditions like osteoporosis, keep the movement minimal, focusing only on the deep, expansive, diaphragmatic breathing. The breath is the main goal here. Everyone should be doing this seated. If the twist is uncomfortable, simply place your hands on your lower ribs and focus on pushing your hands out with your breath on the inhale. Focus on the breathing rhythm more than the physical twist. This gentle movement stimulates the vagus nerve, aiding digestion and organ function, which is precisely where a huge amount of fluid is ultimately absorbed. Our third move is the shoulder blade squeeze. Fluid can pool in the upper back and neck area, leading to tension headaches and stiff necks, which are sometimes mistaken for simple dehydration or poor sleep. By activating the muscles between your shoulder blades, you improve posture and relieve tension that can restrict blood flow to the head and neck. This also improves the efficiency of fluid movement through the vascular structures in your neck. Sit tall with your shoulders relaxed but back straight, feet firmly on the floor. Raise your elbows out to the side, bending your arms to a 90-degree angle, palms facing forward, almost like you're signaling stop to your sides. Now slowly squeeze your shoulder blades together as hard as you comfortably can without hunching your shoulders up to your ears. Hold that gentle squeeze for 3 seconds. Focus intently on pulling your shoulder blades toward your spine and slightly down. Then release slowly, letting your shoulders drop and relax. Repeat this squeeze and release action slowly for 60 seconds. Maintain control during both the contraction and the release phases. Keep your chin level and parallel to the floor. Do not let your head jut forward or tilt back, as this defeats the purpose and can strain your neck. The movement should be confined to the shoulder blades and upper back muscles. If you experience tingling or numbness, stop immediately. These 3 moves, ankle pumps, rib expansions, and shoulder squeezes, are designed to counteract the common age-related stiffness that truly traps water in the wrong places. They make whatever you drink significantly more effective. This is physical hydration, not just liquid intake. It prepares your entire body's network for optimal fluid absorption. We've done the movement. Now let's talk about the fuel. The second major myth is believing that plain water is the ultimate hydrator. For seniors, this is often incorrect. Hydration relies heavily on the delicate balance of electrolytes, specifically sodium and potassium, which regulate water inside and outside your cells. This balance often becomes more challenging to maintain as we age, due to changes in kidney function, a reduction in total body water, and a blunted thirst perception. Without proper mineral balance, the water you drink often passes right through without helping the cells. Our first fix is the Daily Salt Smart Water Boost. Most commercial sports drinks are loaded with sugar and artificial ingredients, which can counteract the benefits of the electrolytes they contain. Your body often just needs a very tiny amount of unrefined salt to help water cross into your cells efficiently. Salt is not the enemy when used correctly for hydration. It is a fundamental tool for cellular water transport, and we need to rethink our fear of it. The fix is simple. Add a tiny pinch, about 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon maximum, of good quality unrefined sea salt or pink Himalayan salt to your first large glass, around 12 to 16 ounces, of water each morning. This is best done first thing before breakfast. Unrefined salts contain trace minerals like magnesium and calcium that aid electrolyte balance and help your body utilize the fluid much better than standard, highly processed table salt. Alternatively, mix this pinch of salt with a small squeeze of fresh lemon or lime juice for added flavor and an extra metabolic boost, creating a simple, natural electrolyte drink right at home. Evidence shows that mildly salted water is absorbed faster than plain water in many cases because the body uses a sodium-glucose co-transporter mechanism to pull water into the intestines. This mechanism is critical for rapid fluid absorption. A very small amount of salt is the key to trigger this mechanism, not a lot. Excessive salt is harmful, but this minimal, strategic amount is therapeutic. If you have been explicitly advised by your doctor to severely restrict sodium for a specific medical condition, like severe congestive heart failure or kidney disease, please do not implement this change without their approval. Always consult your medical professional first. For most healthy seniors, a minor daily boost like this is safe and profoundly beneficial for systemic hydration. This simple, salt-smart fix is the easiest, quickest change you can make. It transforms a glass of plain water into a cellular delivery system, preventing the water from being immediately flushed out. It's a major part of why mistake number 3, coming up next, is so important to avoid. This is the difference between drinking water and actually absorbing water where it matters. Our second fix is the potassium power swap. Sodium works on the outside of your cells to regulate fluid, while potassium works diligently on the inside to regulate and maintain fluid volume within the cells. Most Americans, and this includes seniors, are deficient in potassium, which makes retaining water difficult and often leads to an imbalance that contributes to high blood pressure. Potassium-rich foods are an easy, delicious, and absolutely necessary fix for this cellular imbalance. The action here is to swap out a low-potassium, processed snack, like certain crackers or refined cookies, for a potassium-rich food twice a day. This is a simple but incredibly high-impact nutritional change. Top choices include half an avocado, which is packed with healthy fats that slow absorption and provide over 350 milligrams of potassium, 1 cup of plain yogurt, which contains electrolytes and protein, or a small baked sweet potato, which is significantly better than a regular white potato for nutrient density. It's a myth that it's just bananas. While good, bananas contain less potassium than many other options per serving. Try a cup of spinach blended into a smoothie, a cup of white beans in a soup, or a piece of melon for a megadose of potassium without the sugar load of multiple bananas. Potassium is essential for muscle contraction, nerve signals, and maintaining intracellular fluid volume. Low potassium can contribute to muscle cramps, heart palpitations, and general fatigue, all symptoms often mistaken for general aging, when they are simply a hydration and mineral deficiency. Addressing this mineral deficit is fundamental to fixing chronic dehydration. Aim for 300 to 500 milligrams of extra potassium per day from whole foods, which is easily achievable with a strategic swap. A single half avocado can provide over 350 milligrams, and a cup of black beans provides over 600 milligrams. Focus on consistency over large, infrequent doses. We've covered the moves and the fuel. Now, for the secret weapon. This is mistake number 3, and avoiding it gives the fastest and most noticeable relief. This mistake is deeply ingrained in our conventional health thinking, and it's called the big mistake, ignoring your body's thirst signals, or the set schedule trap. The prevailing advice is to drink water on a strict schedule, regardless of how you feel, often leading to forcing fluid intake. While routine is good, the mistake is ignoring a more nuanced reality. Your thirst mechanism changes with age, becoming less reliable. Here is the problem. As we get older, the sensitivity of the brain's osmoreceptors, the cells that detect changes in blood concentration due to dehydration, decreases significantly. This means your brain doesn't send a strong thirst signal until you are already moderately dehydrated. By the time you feel truly parched, your cells have been struggling for a while. Furthermore, seniors often take common medications, such as diuretics for high blood pressure or certain antidepressants, that can dull thirst or increase urination, complicating the relationship between what you drink and what you retain, making the classic thirst cue unreliable. The fix is called the preemptive sips strategy. The golden rule is simple. Do not wait until you feel thirsty. If you feel thirsty, you are already behind in the process of maintaining cellular hydration. The strategy involves, instead of gulping down 16 ounces all at once, which overwhelms the kidneys and often results in rapid, unproductive urination, commit to taking 4 to 5 deliberate sips of water or an electrolyte drink every 15 minutes while you are awake. This equates to about a quarter cup every hour. Keep a dedicated water bottle with a straw or spout nearby at all times to make this habit effortless and highly visible. This constant, small influx of fluid is much better absorbed by the stomach and intestines than a large volume, which often just flushes through your system, leading to more bathroom trips, but not better cellular hydration. Small, frequent sips keep the fluid absorption pathways optimally working and prevents that overwhelming kidney flush. If you suddenly experience extreme, unusual, or unquenchable thirst, please contact your doctor immediately, as this can be a sudden and serious symptom of an underlying health condition, like uncontrolled diabetes or kidney dysfunction. The preemptive sip strategy is the fastest fix because it constantly meets your body's small, continuous hydration needs, bypassing the delayed thirst signal entirely. This avoids the dehydration spiral before it even begins and dramatically reduces the sense of constantly feeling behind on fluid intake. This is the one non-negotiable step in the whole routine. Let's address the most common questions and myths I hear in the clinic and clarify misconceptions that can actively harm your hydration efforts. First myth: is coffee and tea dehydrating? The answer is no, not significantly. While caffeine is a mild diuretic, meaning it makes you urinate more, the fluid volume in a cup of coffee or tea largely offsets this effect, resulting in a net neutral or even positive fluid contribution. Modern research indicates that caffeinated beverages do count toward your daily fluid intake, especially if consumed in moderation, say 1 to 3 cups per day. The mistake is thinking they don't count and then avoiding them entirely, thereby limiting your total fluid intake unnecessarily. The net balance is generally neutral to positive. The fluid in the coffee outweighs the small diuretic effect. Enjoy your routine cup. Second myth: how much water is enough? The old 8 glasses rule is a good starting point, but it is not an absolute rule, as fluid needs are highly individualized based on your climate, activity level, and body size. A more personalized target is to drink half your body weight in ounces of fluid per day. For example, a 150-pound person should aim for about 75 ounces, roughly 9.5 glasses. This includes your water, herbal tea, coffee, and water-rich foods. The best sign of adequate hydration is the color of your urine. It should be a pale straw color, not completely clear, which can indicate overhydration and mineral loss, and certainly not dark yellow, which indicates concentration. This visual cue is far more reliable than a strict number. Always prioritize the straw-colored urine test as your ultimate guide. Third myth, do I need to drink more when I'm not exercising? Yes, even on sedentary days, you are constantly losing fluid through breathing, sweating, and normal bodily functions. This loss is continuous and substantial. In fact, if you feel sluggish or foggy on a rest day, it's often a subtle sign of mild dehydration. The preemptive sip strategy applies to every single day, regardless of your activity level. Remember, hydration is maintenance, not just recovery. Your body loses water just by existing, and fluid loss through normal breathing and skin evaporation occurs continuously, even when completely resting. Maintaining this baseline is essential, and this consistent, low-level loss is what most seniors overlook, thinking they only need water when they feel hot or active. We've debunked the main myths. Remember the potassium power swap and the salt smart water boost. These are the nutritional keys to making sure the water you do drink actually stays in your body and gets to your cells. Don't let your hydration be undermined by poor mineral balance. A proper balance is the foundation of effective fluid regulation. Let's quickly review the complete evidence-aware 10-minute routine. Do this routine once per day, ideally in the morning or early afternoon, to set your body up for the rest of the day. First, the hydration prep. Drink your salt-smart glass of water. That's 1/8 teaspoon of unrefined salt in 12 to 16 ounces of water. This primes the gut for better absorption. Second, the ankle pumps, 60 seconds per leg, seated. This stimulates circulation in the lower extremities. Third, the rib cage expansion. 1 minute and 30 seconds of slow, deep breaths with a gentle seated twist. This mobilizes the diaphragm and aids lymphatic flow. Fourth, the shoulder blade squeeze, 60 seconds of gentle squeezing. This releases tension and improves circulation to the head and neck. Fifth, the food fixes. Incorporate one potassium power swap snack immediately, for example, half an avocado or a cup of yogurt. This replenishes the crucial intracellular electrolyte. Sixth, mistake avoidance. Start the preemptive sip strategy, 4 to 5 sips every 15 minutes. This overrides the unreliable thirst signal that can leave you dehydrated. This isn't about rushing to the gym or forcing yourself to drink uncomfortable amounts of plain water. This routine is purely about efficiency, using gentle movement and smarter mineral intake to make every single drop of fluid count. Hydration for seniors is a cellular process regulated by nerves and minerals, not just a drinking contest. Your body has changed over the years, and your routine must change with it. The decreased sense of thirst and the stiffer fascia demand a more strategic approach. Commit to just 1 week of the ankle pumps and the preemptive sips. Notice the difference in your energy levels, your muscle comfort, and the clarity of your thinking. You may find those minor headaches or leg cramps that plague you often simply disappear. I've put a free downloadable PDF checklist of this routine, including the food swap ideas and a blank tracking chart, in the description below this video. Click the link to download it now, print it out, and place it on your fridge as a simple, daily reminder. If this video helped you understand the critical difference between simply drinking and truly hydrating, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone over 55 who desperately needs this practical, gentle, doctor-backed advice. I have a question for you. Which of the 3 mobility moves, the ankle pump, the rib cage expansion, or the shoulder squeeze, felt the most beneficial for relieving tension and getting things moving? Let me know in the comments below.